Tonight we had pot roast with mashed potatoes and green beans. For my protein, I'm using chuck roast, and then for produce, I have garlic, onion, celery, carrots, red potatoes, green beans, red onions, thyme, rosemary, and parsley. Then I just went ahead and chopped up everything and set it aside. For the potatoes, I just went ahead and peeled them, cut them, and put them in some water to keep them from browning. And then I'm going to use some butcher's twine to make my little herb bouquets. And I just put my rosemary and thyme in here, and then I'm just going to tie them in a knot and then set those aside. And then finally, I cut up my celery tops and parsley. Now I'm just going to go ahead and season my chuck roast with everything you see on the screen here, making sure to get both sides and the sides really well. Then I'm going to heat some oil in a skillet and sear these on both sides and then remove them. Add some more oil into the pan, and then I'm going to make a quick gravy. So I just added some flour, and then I'm going to cook that until it's nice and brown. Add in my water, keep whisking that to make sure there are no lumps, and then I'm going to season that with everything you see on the screen and continue to let that cook until it thickens. And then I'm going to just add in all of my diced onion and garlic, and then I'm going to pour that gravy right over the top. Then I'm going to add in the celery tops and then the herbs on top. And I'm just going to cover that with foil and put this in the oven on 400, and I'm going to let this cook for a couple of hours, and then I'm going to add in my celery and carrots just so that they don't get too soft, and then I'll cover it up and put it back into the oven, fill up a pot with some water, and then add my potatoes in and let those start to cook. Then I went ahead and got my green beans, onions, and garlic in a pan, season that with everything you see on the screen, and then I'm just going to let that simmer for a few minutes. And then by this time, my potatoes were boiling and soft, so I went ahead and removed those, added them back into the pot with some butter, mashed them up, season them with everything you see on the screen, and then mix that again, add in my warm heavy cream until it's the consistency I want, and then top it off with parsley. Then by this time my roast was done, so I went ahead and removed the foil and the herbs, and then I just shredded up the meat, serve this up, and there you have it. Hope you guys enjoy. If you try it, let me know.